Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Houda Charmoille, and in today's video I'll be sharing with you how I managed to heal myself using emotional intelligence. It's a crazy story. I still cannot believe it myself, but there's a huge lesson learned that I'll be sharing with you at the end of the video, as well as the exact tool and practice that you can take home with you and practice it yourself. So here's what happened. 3 weeks ago, weird things started happening with my toes. They literally turned blue. Like 1 second they were super blue. I really got scared I was going to lose my toes. And I wasn't even that cold actually, and I was at home. I didn't do anything, and it was just super weird. And the other minutes they would turn like red and swollen and super itchy and sore. It was just crazy. I was in such a pain. I was crying actually. And when my husband saw me like that, he was like, okay, we're going to the hospital. I don't know what this is. That's nothing we've ever seen. So that's how I ended in the ER actually on a Sunday afternoon. And we went there, and that's long story short, they gave me the wrong diagnosis there, and it was after a couple of days I felt something was wrong. It wasn't a fungal infection that I had. It just didn't make sense, and I started googling and I found that it might be chilblains. So I booked an appointment with a foot doctor, and he confirmed the diagnosis that it was chilblains and it was due to poor blood circulation. Anyway, he gave me a cream to put on, which helped me, and good friends of mine also advised me to take ginseng and ginkgo, and that really helped. So this goes on for a week or so, and then after that I started having sore throat. And actually this Thursday morning I woke up feeling really bad with huge fatigue, huge sore throat, like heavy head, like really cold symptoms. And it can be scary, right? We're in mid COVID-19 pandemic, so having cold or flu symptoms, that's a bit scary. But yeah, I was just thinking, I'm spending most of my days at home because I'm working from home. So I was just thinking, this is super weird. What's happening? I'm usually super healthy and have lots of energy. So why am I this tired? First the chilblains, now the sore throat and feeling like that. It just like I wasn't even outside. I had nowhere to catch a cold from. And I thought, and that's when I started thinking, okay, sore throat, usually that means that something that you're not saying. So I started thinking to myself, okay, what is it? What am I not saying? What am I doing that it's not aligned with my values, with my beliefs? And I couldn't come up with anything. I was working on my project, and yeah, everything seemed fine in my relationship with my husband, with my family, with my friends. Everything is going great. So I really didn't find anything there. So I just held that thought somewhere in my brain and went on with my day. And I'll give you a little bit more of context with that. So what else happened for me during these 3 weeks? So as you know, I launched this channel a few weeks ago, and this was the result of 2 years of pure struggle, of not knowing what direction I wanted to give to my life coaching business, and really start struggling to put myself out there and get clients, and just finding what my message was. So you all know that, I already mentioned it, and I suffered from procrastination for a long time until a few months ago, where just it hit me. Well, it wasn't magic, not at all. It was a long work with my life coach who helped me see through, and I did the work on myself to be able to be where I am today. And actually, as someone I was interviewing for my research put it really nicely, and it's just the perfect way to put it. It's how important it is to self-build before business build. How important it is to self-build before business build. And I find it just amazing, and it's like the exact words that apply, and that's what I did. Anyhow, so I was there, I was in this great place, super energetic, and now that I found what I wanted to do, I enrolled in a program that was helping me on how to do it. And part of the program, the first phase, was all about research and speaking to people. I think some of you had requests from me, like asking for interviews and kind of starting over on determining what's your niche, you know. So I started doing that, and actually when I did that, I started hesitating again and thinking, oh, maybe like speaking about emotional intelligence and building the life and the business of your dreams, that's too wide of a topic. So maybe I should just focus more on either career change, which is something that I did, or starting as a new entrepreneur. And what I did to be from a place where I was self-doubting myself a lot and procrastinating and feeling unfocused, to a place where I was finally like super clear on what I wanted to do and putting myself out there and super excited and like action oriented really, and a doer. So I was kind of hesitating between these two. And the funny thing is that at the same time, I started struggling as well. It was harder and harder to take action, to be doing things. I was feeling tired, and I didn't realize what was going on. It was also the time with my menstrual cycle. So I thought, oh, maybe that's because I'm getting my period. That's why I'm more tired than usual. So I just went on with that. And it was actually, and 2 days ago, you know, I woke up with this huge sore throat, and I started questioning, like thinking that's not normal, what's going on. In the same evening, I see a post from my mentor saying, your niche is your story. You are your own niche. So I read that, and I was thinking, okay, my niche is my story. Well, yeah, but then how do I niche it down? My story is quite long, you know, and there are lots of things in there. And it took me a couple of minutes until it actually hit me that, oh my God, my story is not only a career change, and my story is not only making it as an entrepreneur and how I managed to overcome procrastination. My story, me, what defines me, like when I ask my friends, or if you ask my close friends, I'm all about dreams and my dreams and pursuing my dreams and making them happen and being super optimistic about life and its outcome, you know, and truly believing that everything is possible. That's me. If there's one thing that defines me, this is it. And I want to help people do that. I want to help people dare to dream big, make them realize that it is possible. The only limit is your own beliefs. That's the only limit that's out there, really. And you know, I'm just a real life example. I've started from humble beginnings to where I am today, just living really the life of my dreams. I know it can seem as a normal life for many people, but for me it's not. With my background, it wasn't something that was a given that I was going to get my master's degrees. It wasn't a given that I'll have the financial security that I have today. That was not something that was given in my background. So it started really from humble beginnings, and to where I am today with my family's support, with my parents' support, who have always been there for me and sacrificed everything for my brother and me. It is a dream life. Like when I say I'm living my dream, I really, really am. And that's what I want for you, is to help people do that. So, and I was like, okay, that's it. That's my thing. That's my niche, and how to do it is using emotional intelligence, because I did the work. And even though the first part I kind of managed to overcome myself and get into jobs I wanted to get, etc. the second part on moving forward, I hit a point in my life where that was really, I think it was like a 30-year-old crisis, where I just felt I needed help, external help, something else, something that I didn't have to take my life to the next stage. Because I remember when I wasn't even 30, I was 29, but I started thinking, I was like, oh my God, I have the career I've always wanted. I've traveled as I've always wanted. I've traveled in business class with my job, that was a dream to be able to travel in business class in planes, and I really enjoyed it. Let's be honest here, who wouldn't really? It's super comfortable. And I did all of that, and I was like, okay, now what? It's still, I have, like, I'm earning a really good salary, but I want more. That's, I want a really financial security. I want to never have to worry about money. And I started thinking at the same time as well, I started a spiritual journey where I was thinking, okay, now what? I'm spending so much energy on a daily basis to advertise some products that are not even 100% in line with my values. I was working in outdoor advertising. I have nothing against advertising, and the company is a great company. I loved working for it. It's just, it wasn't for me anymore. And I was looking for something. I was starting to think, okay, how can I contribute? What impact I want to have in this world? I believe in, making this world a better place. I believe that we can all do it. And I started thinking, okay, what I want my contribution to be, how I can help. And it was really this questioning and this journey that led me to life coaching, where I thought, okay, I'll do that. I'll just do that through helping each individual reach their dreams, because I believe that we only have good intentions deep down in our hearts. And once you connect with that part of yourself, and you go on with your life with that part of love, of goodness, of generosity, and it comes down to love. When I during this research, I went on asking people what impact they wanted to have in this life, and what every single person told me is that they wanted to know that they've helped, that people say that they've helped them, they've impacted their lives, that they were there when they needed them. That's what everybody wants, to feel like, to contribute, to be helpful to their friends and loved ones. And I think if everyone interacts in life from that position, it will be a better world, because we're all acting from a position of love, of compassion, and it can only bring more joy to everyone around you. So anyhow, this is how I realized. I was like, oh my God, okay, this is what I want to be doing. I'm not going to change that. If it's not niched enough, so be it, but this is what I want to do, and I'm going to stick with it. And actually, the crazy thing is that the story does not stop here. It goes on, because then I woke up this morning. Actually, there's the crazy thing. Once I realized that, honestly, it was less than 1 hour. I didn't have my watch on, I didn't monitor, but I would say it was within half an hour, my sore throat was gone, like completely gone. It was insane. It was crazy. I just couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God, this is it. And the crazy part is that consciously, I didn't even realize that I was doing something that was not in line with what I really, really wanted, because I was just taking the smart decision and going ahead with it, and it was still helping people. So yeah, that's the crazy thing. It didn't feel wrong at the time, but my body was giving me signs that something, was wrong. Like I had chilblains. I'm here in Sydney. It's winter, okay, but during the day, today it's a rainy day, but usually it's around 16 to 18 degrees. So it's a warm winter, and I'm usually most of my days, as I said, I'm at home with wearing two socks with the heater on. There's no reason I would have chilblains. And the doctor said actually that's due to poor blood circulation. So like my blood wasn't flowing literally correctly and enough to my foot, to the point that I got chilblains. This is how that impacted me. It's insane. And the sore throat after that, it's just like crazy. So listen to what your body is telling you. If you're suffering from several small illnesses, obviously I'm not a doctor, you need to seek medical attention first. Obviously that's the very first thing to do. And at the same time, it's not a replacement for it. Ask yourself, connect with yourself and see, what am I doing wrong? What's going on? What do I really want? How my day-to-day actions are not in line with what I truly want. And the story, so I get really excited with this. It's super funny because the story goes on. So I thought, okay, that's amazing. And also instantly I found my energy back. So that was Thursday evening, and Friday I woke up super energetic, and I stayed like that all day. And today again, Saturday, I'm just super happy, energetic, and like doing things and action oriented again, as I was just a few weeks ago. So that's really super exciting. And then I got into getting prepared to come downstairs. That's why I just wanted to do this video in a different setup. I don't know, I just wanted to be outside. So, and actually it's a little bit different. I'm doing it in one shot without a lot of editing. I just wanted to be really me and be as true as possible. If there's some mumbling, so be it. Anyways, so I was saying, as I was preparing for this video, I started feeling a sore throat again, and suddenly fatigue hit me, and I just wanted to take a nap. And I was like, come on, are you kidding me? Like, what now? Why? Like, it's all good, like it's all figured out. That's what I want to do, and I was super excited about doing this video. What's wrong? And I almost got upset with myself for a minute, and then I thought, okay, what can I do and how can I do that? So there's something I don't often talk about, but I've also have a certification in emotional alignment and emotional alignment technique that came to us actually from Brazil, and the origins of it are in shamanism. It doesn't use any plants, it's just all natural. It works with intuition. So I practiced that on myself, and this is the tool I want to give you. So in addition to asking yourself consciously, okay, what's going on, and just putting that thought in your head, and leaving it in your mind you'll find. Trust your brain to find the how. Just like implant, like in Inception, the idea in there, and you'll find your answer sooner or later. Anyways, and this is an actual tool. So what I did is that I just sat down, I took a few deep breaths. I would really advise that you do 10 like really deep breaths in and out, and then close your eyes while taking the breaths. Close your eyes and just see what image you have. Usually there would be an image, a thought, and just speak up loudly. I was alone at home, so do this. I would really recommend to do this when you're on your own, so that you feel completely comfortable. And I would really recommend that you do it like speaking out loudly and not only in your brain, because it can get a little bit messy with the thousands of thoughts that we have every single minute. So yeah, I just started with something and I got this image and I was like, oh my god, okay. And I just started talking and just say whatever comes on, even though it's not making sense. And I just realized I was a little bit afraid that by starting with doing the videos again, that I will be like taken in this tornado of work, and that I'll be just doing and forgetting myself. And that's how I realized, because I saw like a tornado image in my head, and I was like, okay. And I just went on with that, and that's what the thought led me. And then at some point I felt like I had so much weight on my shoulders, and I was like, okay, I'm feeling weight, I want to lean over. And I just did that, and it felt like, okay, that's the pressure I'm actually putting myself to doing this, making my videos on time, going on with my research. Coming up, I'm working, that's something I didn't mention, I'm working on my program. So putting the program together and having it out there, it's so many things, and I'm super excited about it. But I'm so glad I did that, actually, because I realized that how somewhere in my subconscious I was a little bit nervous or worried about all that pressure that I'm putting on myself, and where it will lead me. So I promised myself, okay, I'll just do this video, and take the time where it's quiet and listen to myself and just rest for the rest of the day. And I swear, when I was done with this, my sore throat was gone. I was feeling energetic again, and I just picked up my phone and came outside to do this video. It's it's I'm losing my words right now, because it feels like magic. It feels like a miracle I'm having. I think you can see that I'm having trouble believing it myself. And I know most of you today, as of today, you are my friends, and like most of you, I think 95% of my followers, you know me personally, so I won't be lying about these things. And it's just unbelievable, really. Just like, do it, practice it. And I'd love to hear from you. Let me know how it goes from you, if that resonates at all, if you have any examples where you were doing things that were not in line with what you truly want, and how you managed to do that. So that's the tool and the lesson I've learned from that. Well, there are two lessons actually that I've learned from all this experience. I'm really, really happy that I went again through this phase where I was questioning again my business, because it allowed me to kind of strengthen that position. But first of all, to never take the fact of finding the balance for granted. It's not granted. It's an ongoing work. It's a work in progress. Like, keeping that balance will always be a work in progress. As life happens, you'll be doing new things, and you need to be always double checking with yourself if that's still in line. And really learning to, the second lesson I would say is really to identify the red flags within your body. What is it for you? So for me, it was a sore throat. For me, it was the chilblains, the blood circulation. What is it for you? What are the signs? And actually, something I didn't mention, my skin got really bad these past few weeks, and I didn't understand why. I was eating healthy as usual. I did have some junk food, some chips mainly, as I had some cravings right before my menstruation time. But nothing major and nothing to justify it, and it got better overnight as well. This is crazy. So identify the red flags, and know, like, when you see them, that something is going on. And although it might take a couple of days or maybe more to identify what really is going on, you want to be listening to that. You want to know what's happening within your body, within your mind, and the connection. I hope I'm making sense. let me know like how this resonates from you. I would love to hear from you. And if you like this video, please hit the like, subscribe, and I'll be talking to you soon. I wish you a beautiful day, an amazing week ahead, and speak to you soon. Bye bye.